tell us what it was about this opportunity to run that appealed to you and how you got into the race and how your
Sure.
backgrounds prepared you for where you are?
Yeah, before you guys got here, I said it was December, this past December, in 2021. It was ending my term as mayor because my wife and I and my family, we decided to build a home right outside of McAdoo in Klein Township. And I told Ken, I remember, I'll never forget, I was walking, pacing from my kitchen to my dining room to my living room, back in, and my wife said, "Dan, what are you doing?" And I said, I just feel like I'm going to be lost in the, I'm ending my term on the 31st, like, what am I going to do? And she's like, well, I don't know, run, maybe you'll run for something. I said, but nothing's like in my heart right now. I was mayor for 8 years. I got to serve on a civil service commission and different boards and a water company board, and it just, I don't see anything. I can't see anything. And she's like, just calm down, relax. And I just felt like a piece of me was missing because I just gave my entire life to public service, whether it's being in the military, public office, or serving on some type of board in the community. And that was all ending in a few short weeks. It was like the middle of December. And it was shortly after that, I was walking up to Laura Mall. That's where this whole thing transpired with the state representative redistricting. It was brought to my attention that I would be a good candidate, being my ties with Luzerne County, work here, and living in Schuylkill. It would be a good fit in with your public service. And so I was like just shocked, and I really didn't. I thought about it, but then brought it home, and I got a couple phone calls, and I have a very good job, very good job. I have good retirement, I have all this stuff going, and my family will say, "What are you doing? You're walking away from something so good for 2 years, for 2 stinking years." And I said, went to the military. I walked away from a really good job as well, and it just you feel fulfilled, and whether it's to help people on a small scale or a large scale. In McAdoo, if I was able to help somebody on such a small thing that, I don't know, the borough wasn't open and they needed to get a application for a permit, and I would run down the borough and hand them that application so they could pay their fee to get their permit because they're doing the things the right way, to big issues as far as in McAdoo where they're snowed in, that plow didn't get them, they got to get to work because they're a nurse, true story. This past winter when I was mayor, she had to get, and it's like, okay, get with that plow driver, let's get down there and get this person out. She got to get to the hospital. And they're big issues for a small community that we face, and balancing budgets. And to me, that's rewarding to help people. And this is the perfect opportunity on this scale to help people. And I know everybody's not going to agree with me on the things I just said here today, but I know without a doubt in my mind, because I spoke to the staunch opposite side of the party that I was on, and I said, just give me 5 minutes, let's talk. You might not agree with me on this one issue, but let's talk about the other major issues. And you know what? I walked away with their commitment that they were voting for me, where originally it was like, get off my porch because you have this letter behind your name. And I think a lot of people out there, we agree on most issues. And
candidates always want to change things, and their ideas, and that's fine. What are some things that are going good in the 116 that you'll think are doing good and you'll continue to support?
I'm definitely going to support the police. The community does support the police. So yes, that's a very good question, and I do like that. So we have the mayor. What did he come up with? The park.
City View Park.
Fantastic addition to the city. That's something that keeps on growing. And it started off as a dog park at first, right? And now they have multiple events up there. That's something that I'd like to see continue to grow. That's a positive change. We say, potholes and this and that. Limited funds, they're making progress with that. I always see the past, couple summers here in the city, they're fixing the roads. We got to continue on with that. Very good question.
some of the national issues that people are dealing with. First one that comes to mind, I think, right now is abortion. So what do you say if a bill comes up that says the state is going to either have a constitutional amendment on abortion, or,
That's
that's going to be something you'll have to vote on?
That's up to
in
the
2 years.
people.
Yeah.
They're gonna make that decision. That's gonna be on a ballot,
Mhm.
and the people are gonna make that decision.
Does it have to, it wouldn't necessarily have to be
I believe so.
on a ballot.
On a ballot.
Well, the way we have it set up, it was advertised this year. If the legislature passes it again next year, then
Has to go on the ballot.
it goes on
Right.
the ballot, and then it would become part of the Constitution.
But you're gonna have to vote on that.
The lawmakers also could pass a bill restricting abortion any way the lawmakers would choose to, at certain months of the pregnancy, in certain cases, yes, certain cases, no. What restrictions, if any, do you place on abortion?
Bottom line is that I think abortion should be avoided at all costs. Please get this one right for me. It should be avoided at all costs. I am pro-life. So, that being said, it's like I said, it's pretty much cut and dry. It should be avoided at all costs.
But rape, life of the mother, does that change?
Should be avoided at all costs.